Good morning. It's Lions Talk with Smokin Jeremy B. We got the bad guy John Kapler in town. In a week by now, we're gonna be happy fans or we're pissed. We gotta wait a few hours. Oh, well, there they are. The jersey reveal was last night. And you know what? As much as I love the black jerseys, I love that blue and black helmet more. I think they absolutely nailed that look. Tell me what you think. Like it, love it, hate it, whatever. I've been asking for the blacks back for a decade. People booed Fanatics because they came out. Sheila Hamp came out and gave a powerful speech, and so did Dan Campbell. The New Jersey's pretty cool. Ricky Scott says the new uniforms are great. Can't wait till the season. I kind of agree, but I think they did it right. The blue matches the lettering on the black jerseys. Um, the black matches the jersey. The stripes with the silver between the two black stripes. I think they nailed it. I'm sorry. And I love the fact that we're going to have, with the silver helmets, there's going to be a blue face mask finally. Just little subtle changes not a lot of people might have noticed. And they moved the WCF off the damn uniforms. It's about time. It's a little itty bitty sticker on the back of the helmet. I wish it wasn't there at all. Every team should have a blackout jersey because black goes with everything. If you, if the Vikings did it, it would be gold outline the purple. It would pop. Hey, I just posted the picture from Fanatic. The blue unis reminds me of when Benny Blade played. The sleeves are almost the same. Yes, they went with the wider look on the sleeves, and I love the look. And I love the fact that on the blue, it's outlined in white and white lettering, but on the white, it's outlined in silver with the blue and the same on the blacks. It's dope. Somebody tried to say, "Oh, it looks like white." I was like, "Nope, that's a reflection. That's silver." Good morning. I heard a rumor that the first game is going to be the Monday night game, and I forget against what team though. Until the schedule breaks, I'm not guessing at anything. The white Bengals jersey and powder blue Chargers are my goats. Fred Peterson says, "Good morning. It's a great day to be a Lion. One pride." And he's absolutely right. But it's time for me to get this show on the road, get the video going, and we'll get into what Sheila and Dan said at Ford Field yesterday during the reveal.
Charles here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Smokkin.
All right. So I want to get into this because I looked it up just to get the quote right because I want to say it exactly how it was said. Sheila put out some lofty goals last night in her speech. Yes, Detroit fan man, I'm working on Dan Campbell making me one. Sheila Ford comes out and says, as Coach Campbell said at the end of last season, that was phase one, Hamp said. The 2024 season is phase two. One of the goals for the 2024 season, at the end of the season, we will be hosting the trophy. I don't think they look, if anything, the Panthers copied the Lions because we had the black unis first. So I don't want to hear that bullshit, Detroit fan, man. I'm tired of the Detroit Panthers look. We had it first. The unis are legit. What makes them even more special is the fact the players had input, and Rod said they would change them should they win the division. Orlando said, got him. Official black and blue diversion jerseys confirmed. I love them. I love them too. I love the helmet the most. That helmet with the black uni pops. They they incorporated everything we wanted. They tied in the blacks with the silvers. They tied in the blue with the jersey. It's everything that all of us that like the black jerseys wanted back when they did them the first time. Y'all can call me a trendsetter. I bought a black Hendon Hooker jersey last year, had it custom made on a throwback. Had I known it had been silver piping, I'd have ordered it. And then when well, there's a reason why those are home alternates, Detroit fan man. You can't wear those on the road. They're home alternates. Amen. Sleeves lines versus shoulder lines. White numbers versus blue numbers. Teal neckline versus black neckline. They are not the same. Absolutely. They might be able to do that, but I heard they couldn't use an alternate helmet with the whites because white is also the actual away jersey too. Orlando, in the 0-16 year, we wore it 3 times. 3 times. You guys put way too much emphasis on a bad year. It was an alternate. It wasn't even the home jersey. And Campbell says, I think we nailed it. I really do. So it's something to look forward to. What we've done since we came in, everything is about the next step. It started with Sheila. It's about a new attitude, a new style, and it's our style. And with that, the jerseys come out with it. And I think you guys are going to love them. And he's right. I do. When Dan Campbell walked, I think 2 to 3, Dan. It's no different. It's an alternate. They didn't make it the home jersey. I'd rather it have been the regular home jersey. I think people who hate Miss Karen Porter, the evangelist, comes in. Hello, happy turned around. Good Friday to you and everyone else. Thank you, Mrs. Porter. National televised games, I'm guessing, yeah. Panthers need to worry about being relevant before claiming uniform colors. Amen. Good morning, everyone. Artist PC Payload. SOL shit and curses based on jerseys from years ago is nonsense. Let it go and be a Lions fans. What are we going to wear at home? Let me put it up again. Here they are. The blue are the normal home jerseys. The white there is the normal away jerseys, and the blacks are the home alternates. I agree, 2 or 3 games. One of the games I'd assume would be a Monday night game. I think any Monday, Thursday, and now they have Friday, Saturday games. Uh, I just heard someone saying Brad Holmes was talking about the cornerback class, and he says it's just average. I can't see us trading up for average, especially at cornerback, damn it. And I've been saying this all along. This is not an elite cornerback place. Yep, and Wednesday too. We might get a Christmas game down, Darubas says. I think I'm going to get a Panay Black. Ask Dom Darubas. I made a joke about what I bought it to begin with, but I told him then I think the black alternates are coming back, and that's why I bought a black Hendon Hooker team. Well, yeah, think about it. We had what, 5 of them last year? I think we should get at least the same. That's usually about the most any team gets. Every now and then you get a six in the regular season. Uh, and any playoff game is a primetime game, no matter how you look at it, because you're the only game on at that time. Everyone wants to choose the black jersey at home because it has the Motor City on the label. Oh, they're gonna be on Peacock. But again, look it up. NFLHDTV.net. It's the cheapest way to stream any football, any professional sport. I paid $100 for last year, the whole year. Who'd have thought? Because I said Matt Patricia and Boob Quinn on the South Florida Tribune's Inside the Pigskin show 2.5 seasons ago that I'd be where I'm at right now with everything I got. I don't see any of them dropping past the top 15, one Funky Lions fan, and I don't see us trading up that far because there's something. Meh, the new unis are okay. That black jersey is 179. That's the going price for all new jerseys right now. Wait a couple months, I might have a hookup for you. I've had access to Peacock for years, so I don't mind it. That's good. Everything is on the table for us at 29 with no huge holes to fill. I cannot wait for draft night. Why don't you like the black? Because we wore it 3 times in 2006, 8 when we went 0-16. We wore it 3 times. 3. Ken Fisher says, "Good afternoon, Jeremy. Today I officially became a senior citizen at 65. I always thought the gray jerseys head to toe looked like they were playing in pajamas. Hopefully they're gone for good." I said the same thing. I said it either looked like pajamas or it looked. You remember that movie with Christopher Lambert about breaking out of prison? I can't remember it, but they all wore gray unis or gray prison uniforms. That's what it reminded me of. If any team owns black, it's the Raiders. That's true. That's always been their color. I don't think it's a played out trend. I love it. I think the helmet that they got with it is amazing. He said, "Oh yeah, good call." And Big Dan Davis says, I agree at Orlando Escribano. With the exception of running back and QB, almost anything is on the table. Honolulu Blue and Silver. Well, the Honolulu Blue and Silver, what has it got us since 1957? Tell me why you want it so bad. I want the blacks. I wish that would have been the homes and the blues would have been the alternates. I don't even want to ever see the throwbacks on Thanksgiving again. I'm tired of losing in them. Why draft a first round QB? That makes no sense. Right. Then don't lose. I get it. I'd rather see the blacks on Thanksgiving. Dan Leonard's a Giants fan. What do you think of the black uniforms? Let's get Von Doom's opinion. Because I personally love the fuck out of them. I think they're great, especially with that helmet. There you go. Love it. I do agree. The black Bubbles helmet made it all work together in combination. They look badass. And it's not a Bubbles helmet, though. It's the current Lion just in black. They have the Kings feel, the BJ Whitman from the original XFL feel. Yeah, I remember those. The only people that are saying we should trade Decker is the clickbait sports guys. I know it is a fire combination. Thank you, Kerry Crump. I I couldn't be happier with how it looks. Oh, you're only going to miss the gray because of your last name. I'll stomach the black, just never wear the prison grays again. I got you. Wait, isn't current Lion since 1970 still named Bubbles? Did updates to this? Yeah, the Bubbles nickname went away when they added the fiercest look. They said we don't want it to be called Bubbles anymore. They didn't give it a nickname. And PC Payload goes, well, shit, Jeremy. If I knew you were actually okay with fucking swearing in here, I would have taken the child filter off days ago. LOL. Yes, I am a first freedom of speech guy. Is that what you told the wife? Bear the fuck down, because that sounds like something you'd say when she's giving birth. In Orlando, Cuscabano returns with fuck the Bears. PC Payload, I would love to have you on tonight if you can at 9 p.m. I do my Lions fan cave chat. If you're available, the logo on the side of the helmets through the 70s, it was Bubbles, and the mascot's name is Rory. I played 3 years in the German National League for the Mannheim Sharks. We looked like a weekend at the Indy 500. All right, BC, I will. Lions for life, Angela Benson says. Amen. Monsters of the Midway are making a comeback this season. I've heard that every year since '85. Until I see it, I don't believe it. He goes, "Gotcha. Change the jersey, now change our fight song." I like our fight song. When they wore the gray, I felt like they were giving me a shout out. I love it, red and gray. No, I've been right on track with what we've done, Dan Leonard. I was not on the train with Logan and Andrew in 2021. I told them both we were going to have an awful season, remember? The Munsters of the Midway are making a comeback. They don't have to climb to beat the last season's record. And yes, I hope at the end of the XFL season we do sign Jack Bates. I hope we draft one too, or at least get one in UDFA. I don't care either way. Yes, Orlando, I'll buy 5 shitty black jerseys if we can get a new song. You guys are great. And again, in case it was missed, Tracy Walker was back at Metro Airport yesterday and he said, "I'm back" on Instagram. Is he here to meet with the team? Is he here for the draft? Who knows? And that's what the one thing all of us as fans of any team in the NFC North can say. We had the best record of any division wins wise total of any as much as everybody said the NFC West was the best conference out there, or it was the NFC East. And Mark Aspenleiter says our song is fire. Hush your mouth. Yes, sir. I love that stuff. I feel the same way. Love the song. Not a fan of the black. Yeah, and then we're gonna get a lot of that. Yeah, I do need a mini helmet of that, Mister Leonard. If you're listening, that alternate fire. It's more of this kind of blue. I thought I'd give you a preview of the blue. Yeah, they are throwbacks, and it's about time. They do have a modern twist. I love the fact they put the absorbent material inside the collar. As you can see, last year's jerseys didn't have that. That is a sweat absorbent. Amen. That's where we should be at. We need to win on Thanksgiving, or the NFL is going to be approaching us about losing it. And yes, I am wearing my Sam Laporta. Like I said, I got a Gibbs, I got a Campbell, I got a Laporta, I got a Branch, and I got a Hooker. Yep, absolutely. He wanted him back 3 years ago. That's why we got the gray 3 years ago. Yeah, it does. It looks very, very similar to the old school ones. I love the fact we need an FTP on the neck of the New Jersey. That would be awesome. Ugliest throwbacks, Packers and Steelers. Sure, bring a case by the house. My wife sent me to the doctor because I was stuttering. The doctor examined me and told me the reason I was stuttering is because my penis was too long at 9 inches. He cut half of it off. I returned home and the wife was happy. I was no longer stuttering. So we went to the bedroom to celebrate. I dropped my drawers and she said, "What happened? Half's gone." I told her that I took care of my stuttering. She said, "Go back to the doctor and have them correct it." Oh, back in black. Hutch'll get the sacks. It's been so long. I'm glad the black is back. That's good. Yeah, I'm just saying they're 3 of the worst horrible ones, and that's one of the things that our uniforms get knocked for, and the fact that somebody said that our regular uniforms is 26th in the league, they're awful. Those people that said that, because one of the things that made me fall in love with this team when I was a kid before I knew what the game was the colors of the jerseys. Black jerseys matter. Oh, that's great. God, I gotta look and see if I still got your email there, PC Payload. Hmm. I think I got you on Twitter, don't I, PC? I noticed our white uniforms, there was silver helmets away. It reminded me of the Cowboys uniform with their silver. You know, that is the closest one. Owie, no snip snip. That's like sniper, no swipe sniping. Snipper, no snip snip. Well, we use silver helmets with the blue uniforms. No, I'm not getting shot in Detroit. Mm-mm. You ain't gonna get me to wear a black ski mask. It's a blue helmet. Wear the blue ski mask. Come on, damn it. Get it right. Oh man. Now this looks even better. He goes, "Yeah, bad idea." This background looks even better now to me. What do you guys think? I was setting the trends all along. I say either the second or third, Brent. I don't think there's going to be a great edge at the top of at the back end of round one. Right. Hey, you're absolutely right, Ken Fisher. There was a few like at liquor stores and stuff like that, but they were actually stealing product. And some of the states passed laws where it's okay. I'm with you, JB. And I don't think we're going O line. Brad Holmes said something, and it makes sense. So I think O line, QB, and running back in the first round is off the table. Because when he was asked by the press the other day, he said, "Well, our starting five is pretty good. Those big boys are good. It's going to be hard for any rookie to crack this lineup." Because go back to what he said after the draft last year. I want my first rounders to be starters by the end of the season. Yeah, On and off YouTube. Running business doesn't have much time. My Twitter X account got hacked, so I had to take it down. Um, there you go. Send me an email, smokkinjeremyb@gmail.com, and we'll correspond and talk about it, buddy. I think we might even wait till the 5th. I think there's still a good chance we trade out of the first. I know a lot of fans are going to be upset, but personally, I've been doing a lot of research about it. And let's say the NFL decides not to approve the void of Sutton's contract. It doesn't just cost us 7.5 million then. You guys realize this, right? It's his entire cap hit plus 7.5. Well, Vogel pops in and says, I love the New Jerseys. Well, tell me, does it really look like Carolina Panthers jerseys to you? Yeah, I agree. Brad Holmes will probably go back in the draft. Oh my goodness, it's Joshua Dorr, one of our South Florida Tribune attenders. Yeah, get your dog shacks out. No, it doesn't look like the Panthers. Thank you, Will. There you go, Detroit fan, man. And somebody said the helmet looked just like the Panthers, and I put the pictures up side by side. No, sir. We're a loose lip sinks this ship type of show. First First Amendment speech is preferred. I say fuck this, fuck that, and fuck you too. I'm here to have fun. I do this because I love doing it. He goes, hell yeah. Or should I do it like they do in wrestling? Oh, hell yeah. Do I allow dumb questions on here? You may not like my response because I respond to dumb questions with dumb answers. But the Elim question, I answered it for you. I was the only one that answered it. Do you remember? You know, I'm all about trading back out of ride one. I hope there's a deal that gets us an extra second and gets us a fourth round pick. Who leaked the jerseys? Well, number one, 2 days ago. Oh, you didn't catch it. I'll give your answer in just a minute. Who leaked the jerseys? Well, it was leaked 2 days ago because Dick's Sporting Goods in Detroit actually put them on the shelves in the stores on the Artist Forum. Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. But Dick's Sporting Goods released it on Wednesday morning in their stores. They put them out for sale. And then Fanatics released them yesterday morning just before I went live. Oh, he called me sweet cheeks. I just followed you. He goes, Dick's did that? What a dick. Yeah. So Dick's had them on the shelf Wednesday morning saying 2024 official Lions apparel. Rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat, 69 assholes tied in a knot. Hooray, lizard shit. Smart marketing by Dick's. I like the chat room interaction. I keep my subject. I do less subjects so I can interact with my fans more, Joshua. I do that on purpose. I try to attend to 85 to 95% of the chat. It it makes for a more fun show, and I've always loved doing it. He goes, "Hell yeah." But, your limb question, what I said, if it was me, I would choose a punter or a kicker missing an arm opposite their regular arm, because guess what? You wouldn't have to worry about it. All they have to do is kick. We might see more Charlie Brown types of kicks on the field goals, though, especially on the long ones. And Orlando Escobar Jr. says we're a little more lowbrow here too. Were you in the chat when Orlando got uh, Scott to Ron Burgundy, the FTP? I would choose a QB missing a leg if he had a prosthetic. Otherwise, I agree with you, especially at FTP time. And Tina Passarelli comes in saying, "Good morning, Jeremy." And Brent says, "I love it that you do that, JB. I can't stand it when a host doesn't read the comments. We are family." And Henry Gay says, "You do a really good job too." Thank you. I do it because we are family. We are all fans of the same team. I'm not paid to do this. I'm not a paid journalist yet. I'm a I'm an intern. I'm just a guy that loves to interact with my fans. We've been trying to get Scott to go more to the comments. I know, and it's hard because he doesn't like the stupid questions, and Candy won't put them up either. We don't need a kicker. Just score 6 and go for 2 every time. I wouldn't put anything amen. Say what you want. The aggressiveness of MCDC is why we got to the NFC Championship game. But at the same time, if we're outdoors and you're dependent on Michael Badgley, if you're dependent on Michael Badgley to kick you a 45 plus field goal in an 8 mile an hour wind, guess what? It ain't going to happen. Guess where's the only places where he's made over 70% of them? Denver, where the air is thin and the ball travels further, and inside of Ford Field or any other dome. Outside, he's garbage. And Brent says, "Oh, the press pass completely legitimizes you, Jeremy. I learned a lot from y'all. You do an absolutely all. Thank you, Tina. Those prosthetic tink tink legs make people super fast, not just fast, but super fast." And Joshua Dora says, "Got to go to work. Send my regards to Scotty at the draft." 100%, sir. Have a good day at work, sir. Too bad that Jason Hansen didn't have an offspring. Hell, I'd even take a daughter if she could kick it from 55. Yes, sir. Say we get a kicker of Hansen or Tucker quality that has a stiff knee. Get it right. He runs like he has a fake leg with a stiff knee, not those tink tink legs. I'm talking about an actual prosthetic that he has to drag on the ground because it's an inch too long. I don't know what it is about golf, but it's only when he holds the football. I want you guys to go back to 2022 on that big run that Jamison Williams had. Do you remember that? Scott had to sit through a 2-hour lecture with NFL. Must be a lot of rules. And it also was finding out about the protocols. There's rules, there's protocols, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what can you do, what can you not do. I don't see a draft pick being used on a kicker. There's a reason you can trust MCDC around your girl. He ain't trying to kick it. Come on, guys. Jared Goff has Goff speed. You never see it coming, then he's gone. Yeah, underneath a pile of bodies. No, I'm talking about Jamison Williams on his end around versus the Packers, the one that got called back by for holding by Brock Wright. He got around that end and he was running. And without the ball, you see Jared Goff run past Jamison Williams and throw a block 20 yards downfield. Wow. I think they're overrating Cam Little. He's really accurate from 52 yards in. Everything else he's not that good at. Josh Carty has a long of 61 and 92% accuracy. Harold Mevis of Missouri has a long of 61 and 88% accuracy overall. Goff runs like a gazelle who was attacked recently. And I've been saying that for ever since we got him. He is not a mobile QB. If anything, he is the antithesis of a mobile QB. He is a pocket passer, and under pressure, he is who he is. We've all seen it. He had one good year under pressure. One. When Goff ran out of that block, I was screaming, "No, get the fuck out of there." Pocket play is king. Pick 35. Who we picking at 35? What is that where we're trading back to? Because we're at 29 right now. Running QBs are overrated. I'll take Brady or Manning on a day. Phone booth passer. He's awesome if he doesn't have to move. So you're saying we're trading back 6 spots? Rocket Science is 69. Welcome in. Yo, I got your dog check. No, I work every afternoon, Tuesday through Saturday from 2 to 7 p.m., except for next week because of the draft. And I'm super excited about it. He goes, hell yeah. I just had Joshua Dore in here. You just missed him. He was great. Uh, I answered his limb question. But no, I'm a manager, so I work 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. I get paid a decent wage, so I can afford to do it. This show is more lit than Scott's. Thank you. I knew what you were trying to say. I understand mistypes. But most underrated player on the roster besides Barnes and Houston. I'm gonna say it's probably Betts. Jeremy is goaded. Thank you very much, rocket scientist. He goes, fuck, we're going to take a break. The ball bus with Smokin Jay. All right, Joshua Dore and rocket scientist has joined the chat. Artist importantly, thanks. Assuming running QBs can't throw it. If Hooker can run as good as he can throw, Goff better ball out. Well, as a matter of fact, let's talk about that because what Hooker did while he was at Tennessee for the 8 games he played while healthy. He threw for 35 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and had 10 rushing touchdowns. And they weren't run first plays. The actual plays that they ran, if the pocket broke down, he was actually able to run away from the contact and had the speed to get around. You said you normally do a draft marathon. Obviously, this is awesome for you. Are you continuing the draft show Friday? Are you? I'm going to be there every day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going live periodically with my phone throughout the draft, filming what's going on around me. If I get to do any interviews, I'm going to try to air it straight to my channel. That's my goal. Orlando. Patty Mahomes is a unicorn and people think they're everywhere. Brady and Manning know how to manipulate the pocket. They can also throw strikes under pressure. Huge difference between mobility and a guy who runs. Yes. Have I ever been on Inside the Pigskin? Every week now. Hooker has all the tools. He's learning game management with Teddy Ball game. The sky is the limit. I think we trade out. And Detroit Fan Man says, I would have said Martin for most underrated. Same reason for Betts, though. Broderick is a top 100 pick with almost zero expectation from the fan base. Yes, Candy will be taking the pictures. Uh, Scott and JB Ellis will be right there. Um, he goes, I don't think they like us on Inside the Pigskin. It's not that. Uh, they're just there's just different cats there. And Rocket Scientist says, I agree with you. Streaming and live video is very popular right now. If you can avoid, I would stream the whole weekend, and I think you will have good success. When I'm home, I do a live draft reaction show. I talk about it. I try to predict the picks prior to them being announced. Um, in the 2022 draft, I did okay in the first round. I was about 55% correct, guessing the pick before they came out. But the second and third round on day two, I don't know what happened, but I only got 9 wrong in 2 rounds, and one of them or 2 of them was because I had to go to the bathroom. Jeremy, to the fucking moon, let's fucking go. I'll take a guy that has mobility in the pocket over a statue that crashed on the bed under pressure. Yes, I understood what you meant there. I don't care how old Hendon is, he can play until his 40s. 40 is the new 30. You're absolutely right. If you get 10 out of 10 on draft picks, Rocket Scientist will come out as a lesbian on Sports Exchange. um, they had Michael Mayer as the top tight end in the draft last year, and Laporta proved that wrong. But it's also not fair because look at who was throwing to Michael Mayer there with the Raiders. Um, Gibbs was mocked at the beginning, like in the, and he was actually ranked as a late first, early second. So he should have been picked technically right around where Jack Campbell or later was, and all the way back to where Laporta was. Laporta was ranked as like a 40 to 60th prospect. But at the same time, they took a shot on both those guys way ahead of time. Most underrated player that might be is the tight end skipper. He's actually an offensive tackle. So let's say we do trade up and need cap space. What players can we restructure to get more room? Decker, Ragnow, and that's about it. If Hendon is our quarterback, does he need any pieces to help him win? Well, if you look, how good did Jalen Hyatt play last year for the New York Giants? Just tell me that right now. Or Cedric Tillman for where he went. How good did they play? Because those boys were both with Hendon Hooker, and neither one of them did that great. I think Brad Holmes is going to throw us a swerve at draft day. I bet the player we picked, nobody has mocked us. Yep. I've tried. He's a busy man during the day, and he FaceTimes with you guys a lot, so he doesn't have a lot of time. Plus, they're in the process of driving to Michigan this morning. Remember, that's why he was resting last night. They had to drive today because they got stuff to do tomorrow here in Howell there at the BlackRock offices. Hendon lights it up preseason. There might be chatter. Absolutely. And I think it's awfully funny that everybody in the wide receiver and tight end room goes to California to work out with Goff. And 2 days prior to them leaving, you hear about Maurice Alexander, one of our faster Lions, and Jamison Williams, our fastest Lion, going to Florida. And it says to train with Teddy Bridgewater. But who's living with Teddy Bridgewater right now? Put two and two together. They're working out with Hooker. Hooker needs reps too. In order to be able to be a better better quarterback, he has to be able to have a connection with wide receivers. And he has that type of arm that we saw in Tennessee, where he has that elite arm strength to get it downfield. I have ate at two different Black Rocks. The one that is owned right there in Brighton, that it was Scott's brother's place where I met him and a couple other people. And I also ate at the one here in Davison. And it's just a different experience because you get like this hot stone where you're actually able to cook the meat to what you want right in front of you. He goes, I'm mowing the lawn. It's really good. I just, it's really good cuts of meat. Don't get me wrong. It's very tender. He goes, I'm waiting for my invite to Black Rock. Goss people and homes have met. The fact no extension yet speaks volumes. Yes. Thank you very much, Rocket Scientist, for popping in. We appreciate you. What I heard is they are throwing stuff at Hennon to see what all he knows, QB wise. They say they can't confuse him. I still have to go back and watch it because we did two shows last night and that was still 11 and I had to be on at 11 a.m. Orlando, the pick is going to cost around 2.5 pick. 15 is going to cost about 3.5. A second and a third round picks is round two. They either trade the second and third this year to move up to 15, but they won't need to. And Big Dan Davis says Black Rock is awesome. There's one not far from me down Hall Road by Sterling Heights. Yep, I drove by that one. I haven't been to it yet, but they're all the same. Scott kept the restraints on me until the end. Oh boy. Using next year's capital is the logic for me. I don't think it is. Because I just I got a gut feeling this is not the year, guys. I don't know why. I just got this aching feeling in my gut. I know he's an OT, but man, he plays a lot of that T role. Yes. T-Bone Locks. I have to think they want to see Hooker in preseason before inking a deal with Goff. And I've been saying that all along, T-Bone. Thank you for joining us. Man, it's been a great show. Been on for 53 minutes and the chat's been so lively and some great questions, whether it's about life, football, whatever. I enjoy it. All in for a Super Bowl. Let's go. Well, I think they're waiting to see if that cap clears, and they're trying not to spend more cap in the draft for one reason. And I'm going to give you a name, and he's actually been here once for a visit and left without a contract. You guys know who I'm talking about, and it's not Stephen Gilmore. Brent says, great comment, T-Bone. And you're absolutely right. Yes, Orlando. Because right after he met with the Lions, he came out and did an interview back home where he lives. And he goes, I'm looking to go for a contending team and I'm willing to take less for it. We want multiple picks for this draft and next year's, especially. Fred Peterson, Black Rock is good, but they always look at me funny when I ask for a plate because the steak is already done when they bring it out. I like my steak still in the middle, in the of moo. Oh, in other words, you like to stab it and have it move a little bit. Gotcha. Steak tartare, as they call it in France. Man, I've been having so much fun. I haven't even realized how late it is. I got to get to my comments, and I think, or get to my sponsors, and I think even Joshua Dore is going to love this one. It's FTP. No, it's not. It's not free the puppies. It's not found the porpoise. It's fuck the Packers. Put it in the chat. Give me an FTP because you know what? It was the best on the other night on Inside the Pigskin because Orlando Escobrano got Scott Morganroth to totally Ron Burgundy and FTP when Candy didn't want him to, and it was classic. Yep, I still like my steak in the field, still chewing cud. 50-year Lions fan here. Yes, sir. FTP. See y'all go Lions. FTP Raw Dog. When I was a chef, I used to say, you like it when the cows still got a chance. I like that one, Mike Fisher. Scott had a poop mouth that day. Henry Gray gives an FTP. And as Orlando Escobano says, because I know he's going to put it in the chat, fudge the Packers Mackinac style. Man, I have a great time with you guys. And the fact that Goff's camp walked away from 43 last year midseason says a lot. It absolutely does. And I had somebody argue with me that it gives me the laughy claps. It speaks volumes. Everybody says, "Oh, Goff can override what his agent says." No, he can't. Fuck the Packers and those ugly throwbacks. Packers and Tampa Bay Bucks have the ugliest throwbacks. Fuck those creamsicles. Hey, as long as they wear the creamsicles, they lose to the Lions. We should love them. FTP from John Kapler. Yeah, Goff leaves with Johnson to the Cowboys. I don't think Johnson's going to make it to the Cowboys. Why would he want to go to a dysfunctional place where they don't have a GM and an owner that doesn't know talent at all? Goff is human. Money talks and bullshit walks. Yep, absolutely. I get it. I mean, and he's at that middle of the prime. Everybody says, oh, he's just entering his prime. No, this is the middle of your prime when you're at 28, turning 29. Remember, he turns 29 in season. Hendon's going to turn 27. There is 2.5 years between them. It's not like we drafted Brandon Weeden, who was 28 years old, like the Browns did. We didn't make that mistake. Only hot seat candidate I see other than the Bears. You got to add in every new coach as a hot seat candidate because we've seen it before where a team's just like, I don't like the results we have, they're out. Another one you got to add is the cat down there in Arizona. They're a hot mess. If they don't do better this year, I see him being fired. I say right now you can probably get two first. Blue and silver. Welcome in. Tell me what you thought about those beautiful, beautiful unis. I love them. I love the helmet even more than the unis. Right there they are in their glory. Yeah, he was a COVID red shirt freshman. Red shirt sophomore. One and don't coaches isn't very fair. It happens though. Oh, I'll tell you again, rocket scientist. I don't know if you caught my comment when you asked it, but I said I'm giddier than a schoolgirl trying to buy her first draft after being asked by the hot kid to prom. Blue and Silver says, I love the classic look. Thank you. And I love the new blue helmet with the blacks. It pops. It looks so hot. It is time for me to give homage to my other two sponsors, the one that actually pay me, and I have to tell about them. Is Gloss Negron, the best window tinner in Saginaw, 989-443-9240. Give him a call, 409 Hamilton Street. Schedule your appointment to have your windows tinted or your car detailed. And also, my place of employment, Brandon Service, right at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road here in Flint, Michigan. Stop in and check us out. Best prices on used tires and the great prices on new tires, too. Call us for your quote, 810-233-8230. Tell them that Smokin' Jeremy B sent you and ask for either George, Red, or Smokin' Jeremy himself, and we will get your quote and have you set up. We usually are $50 to $100 cheaper per tire than the big box stores. All right. Detroit fan man. Hooker is like 40 days older than Love, I think. He continues to spec and is the future rivalry. Yes. Uh, yeah, that hat is fire. I don't think it is lost on Holmes that Goff is very O-line dependent. He just can't go to any team in the league and be successful. Absolutely. I think you're right, DFM. Brent says it's close anyways. Have a great weekend, everyone. All right, fellas, have a good day. The roar is restored. Do you do Teslas? If it's a tire, we do. Yes, and I believe those have to be the C rated tire, which is like a 6 ply heavy duty. Yes, we do. See you, Fred. All we got to have is the tire size, and I can get a quote. I've been doing tires for 15 years. I'm so happy to be in management. You, my back and my knees and my hips are ruined from doing what I've done to my life over the last, well, let's see, ever since I got out of high school because I joined the army, did my enlistment, working out on cement, doing push ups, sit ups, and all that stuff before they realized that those were bad for your body. I kind of like that old school lion emblem more, though. Yeah, I hear you. You like the bubbles better or the two stripes better? I was hoping they were gonna modify it to make it Mac by making that lion black with the 2 stripes. I thought that would have been hot. Oh, Goff turns 30 in October and Hendon just turned 26 in January. Yeah, I know. It's like saying during the season, January, Hooker turns 27 is what I meant. What? Working out on cement is bad for your body? When you do it every day, yes. Causes shin splints when running. Um, Working out on cement is awful. A treadmill, an elliptical, or anything. He goes, "I like the two-stripe old school line." I was saying that if they'd have made that black with silver lining and still left the blue and silver on that helmet, I think that would have popped too. Because I did like the old school logo. Other people hated it. Just being real. Man, what a great show today. I love talking with you guys. I love talking about the new uniforms. Like I said, when we drafted Hooker last year's, when we drafted Hooker last year, I bought it in a black jersey because I had a feeling it was coming back. I had a custom made throwback. I was ahead of the curve. I had a feeling they were back, and I didn't know anything about Dan Campbell asking Rod Wood about it. That came out just recently. Get the sponsors to get you full time in here. I hear you, buddy. But it is time for me to get ready and go. I do have to work. You just love hookers. I hear you. I knew what you meant. I said it right. I go live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. I also do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. on my channel. Monday, I'm Monday through Friday right here, 11 a.m. to noon. I love doing this. It's a lot of fun. And Blue and Silver says, I love Hooker too. Can't wait to see that kid play. Yeah, just a second. I'm going to actually show him to you. Give me 10 seconds. I'm back. There it is in all its glory. My Hendon Hooker throwback official jersey. All stitched. I ordered that. And when we drafted Sewell, the only jersey I could get was in black and gold. And that's what happened. Yeah, that was that year. They weren't doing the throwbacks that year. I was able to get my Amon-Ra St. Brown in the black and gold. And they said it was a modified STS jersey. Trade down and get Roman Wilson. Yeah, I do 8 shows a week on this channel, and I love talking football. These guys throw questions at me out of the blue, and I answer as many as I can if I have an answer. If it's a question that I feel, can you stream video that we could go over prospect highlight films on here? I actually can. It's a pain in the butt. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Do a couple of prospects. Um, yep. Yeah, I got the same thing for the Amon-Ra St. Brown. I just automatically. You know what? I'd love Brendan Rice more than anyone. I think he's one of the most underrated receivers this draft. I would take him at 73 if we already filled our defensive needs in front of that. That's just me. I know he's not even in. Yeah, the Cooper Beebe and Adonai Mitchell highlights are nuts too. So are Xavier Worthy's, really. If you watch that kid running after he has the ball, he's a lot more stout than his frame. Well, guys, I got to go. I do have to get ready for work. I don't wear these things to work, as you can see. You can see they all look like brand new. They've been hanging. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody, our new members and the old ones too. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. We got to get better about loving one another. Faith, family, and football. Amen. In that order. Paul Jones, you couldn't have said it better myself. Just remember, spade